Ms. Johnson, the chair would like to just provide additional comment on the proposal. I believe the existing resolution as we have currently in our binders that we're looking at today, I think essentially it does the same thing that we are proposing via your proposal. It continues, it does nothing different from the initial request that we work with the administration in being sure that this particular item continues to move forward. Under your Exhibit A, the summary of the compromise of conservation, the summary is quite brief, because I think some of the key elements in understanding what the compromise was is lacking. And I think that that's components that really hinged on both the county and Maui and Pine meeting full agreement in the actual compromise for conservation. And you know, for myself, I have difficulty because I think the initial resolution that's before us today does in fact do the same thing that your proposal is requiring. Go ahead, please comment.
Yes, Mr. Chair, and because we only have 5 members here, you know, it's not often when I ask the members to indulge, not just myself, but my community, because we're going to need all of us to support this. And I realize that essentially your proposal does state similar things. It doesn't specifically use an exhibit. It doesn't, you know, just as my summary of my basic points don't go into all the details. But I was able to at least get an agreement from Mr. Churchill that he felt that by trying to insert at least what the offer is and trying to hit the salient points, that it would be a good indication to their board that we were cognitive of the offer that had been made, maybe not all of the nuts and bolts, but that he felt it would send a stronger signal having the attachment, because it would be acknowledging that this was a departure point and this was sort of the beginning of the conversation. I totally respect your introduction, but I feel that I would just ask you humbly, Mr. Chair, since you're the one that will be the deciding vote whether this moves forward or not, that you indulge me and support this language, even though it may have some flaws, it may have some shortcomings. I really believe this is what was asked of me, not just by Maui Land and Pine, but the people that worked on this resolution. They felt that they wanted to have that acknowledgement of their work in some kind of form. And that was what was missing. I know it's not a perfect resolution, and as I said earlier, it's non-binding, but in the spirit of compromise and in the spirit of just moving this version of the resolution forward, I would humbly ask you, Mr. Chair, indulge myself, indulge my community, and accept the resolution that I've proposed for substitution in its flawed form, because whatever we get back, I can guarantee you we'll have all the I's dotted, the T's crossed, and everything done as it properly should be. But it's my humble attempt to respond to my community, because they just want an indication that this has been acknowledged. So I just ask you that very humbly, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. You know, at this particular point in time, you know, one, because, well, I don't really have I can support this out of committee at this point, because, you know, we still have options available to us. So, you know, I'll just, if there's no more discussion by the membership, Chair will call for the question. We have the amendment proposed by Ms. Johnson. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. We're gonna go back to the main motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I really want to thank all of you, and especially you, Mr. Chair, because you took the additional time to actually meet with the members of the coalition. We had some bumps and ruts along the way, and we probably will have more, but I think this sends at least an indication that we've come to the table to work with the administration, to work with the community of Maui Land and Pine, that we're serious about this. And I don't want to see a keika'a happen again, because we lost a wonderful opportunity. And I really thank, and I thank perhaps Mr. Victorino sometimes. You know, we all say, oh, well, there's a certain way of doing things, but you know what? If the end result is that we're on the same page and we're moving in the same direction. This was messy today, I will admit it, and perhaps what Mr. Victorino did was not completely, you know, in the keeping of things that are usually done with our council, but you know what? I think we are all of one spirit, and I really want to thank you, Mr. Chair, because I know it's not easy always to do things that really benefit one's community, but I really support everything that we can do, and I support every effort on everyone's part to preserving this area, because it's not my resolution, it's not my, you know, I guess kudos going to any one person, it's the community that is being responded to, and I thank them, and I thank all the work that has been done on this. So, Mr. Chair, I just want to say thank you to my fellow members too, as well as you.
Thank you. Mr. Victorino.
Real quickly, like Ka'u said earlier, it's us guys, simple and to the point. And the only thing I will make a correction for Ms. Johnson, I always hear my community, my community. Let me tell you, of the 200 surfers, many of them don't live in West Maui. They come from all over the community. It's a community, a county of Maui. And I say that all the time because I really mean it. Because we as a whole work together to make this possible. And because the community, the county of Maui, all the people out there want this area preserved, it will come to fruition. So I thank Ms. Johnson, I thank you, Chair, I thank all of us, that the different advisory councils, the different coalitions, everybody, including Maui Land and Pine, for their manao and for bringing this forward. And despite a few more bumps in the road, I truly believe in my heart of hearts, this will come to fruition very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Victorino. Additional comments, members? If not, Chair will call for the question. All those in favor of the motion to adopt Committee Report number 08152 as amended, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Members, motion passes. We've got 5 ayes, 0 noes, and we have 4 excused. Chairman Hokama, members Anderson, Baisa, and Antonella. Mr. Clerk.
For the record, resolution number